Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We're at 1995 Northeast 50th Way here in Hillsboro. Located in the basement, or I'm sorry, the garage. We're going through a 4-inch ABS cleanout at the back left corner of the garage in the wall. So where we're right now, it's a hard spot to pin down exactly. This does appear to be a shared line, which is very common. In fact, right there is a tie-in for another unit. So it's not uncommon for these things to have 2, 3, sometimes more units hooked together. So what we're doing is traveling through the other units right now. There is another tie-in right there. You can see the grease deposits, and that's way outside this home. We're 80 feet out right now. So generally speaking, when you've got this scenario, generally the HOA takes responsibility. There's another tie-in there. And those are going to likely be under other units. So we made it almost 100 feet out, which puts us way outside this unit. In fact, 100 feet likely puts us at least to the 3rd unit over from here. You got to get another tie-in right here on the turn. So it's not one I'm going to be able to make much of a diagram for. These are very twisty, turny. You'll see how many turns I go through just getting to this point. They meander all over the place. You'd have an entire job in here just locating where this line goes. It's not worth messing with anyway because it's shared. Well, and on these shared ones like this, what I tend to be looking for is pretty severe stuff. Your more run-of-the-mill stuff is not. Again, it falls to an HOA. So unless it's something that poses a very high likelihood for a blockage to occur, generally speaking, it's not going to get corrected. So, and this line so far is looking very good. You can see how we have constant water flow going through here. Right now we have, I believe, a little bit of water running from one of the upstairs units, but my first video was fairly dry. But when you're shared like this, I have no ability to get everyone in the entire building row to shut their water off at the same time. So, anyway, it's quite a clean sewer line. It has good flow. And from what I can see here, we have little to zero standing water in the line. So, great looking sewer line out to 100 feet, and I don't see any signs of flow issues ahead. But again, by the time we get out to 100 feet there, we've probably picked up, in total at that point, 3 different units, possibly more. And from what I can tell here, we're moving from, let me orient myself, from right to left, moving through the building rail that way. When you're on an end unit like this, it does one of 2 things. You're either the unit where the line leaves the building in a lot of cases, or you're about the very first unit where the line starts. Then you travel through multiple units. It's not uncommon they'll do about every 2 to 3 units and then run the line out through under the garage floor of one of them. So very common setup for this style of home. Anyhow, sewer line is functioning properly at this time. Good looking sewer line there. All the pipe is in good condition. Quite a clean sewer line. It's even cleaner now that my camera went through there. I busted up a couple chunks of debris that were sitting in the pipe. They weren't terribly scary anyway, but they're moving on their way now. All right, we just get a hold of the HOA and find out how responsibility is divvied up in these circumstances in the event a repair is ever needed or drain cleaning. That would be your most common scenario here, being the line at least out to 100 feet looks good. Drain cleaning is typically the thing that needs to be dealt with on these.